Hello dear students, I hope you are fine. This is Emmanuel Anthony and you are watching my YouTube channel English as a Second Language in Pakistan. In this video lecture number 37, we are going to discuss some lines of chapter 7 from the novel Goodbye Mr. Chips. We'll be discussing on page number 16 from line number 12 to 24. And as I read the text for you, I'll be explaining you the difficult words, providing synonyms for them. I'll also be explaining you the concepts and events described in these lines. Are you ready? Let us start together. Chips, dear, I'd let them off if I were you. After all, it's nothing very serious. In the previous lecture, we saw what type of memories would come to Mr. Chip's mind about his wife, Catherine Bridges. This lecture and this text is continuation of the text we studied in lecture number 36. Chips is still in memories. He is memorizing, he is remembering what type of suggestions his wife Catherine would make to him. This is one of them. She is suggesting Chips how to forgive students for minor mistakes. Chips, dear, I'd let them off if I were you. She's saying that if I were at your place, if I were their teacher, I would give them a chance. I would forgive them. After all, it's nothing very serious. I know I'd like to let them off, but if I do, I'm afraid they'll do it again. Chips is showing his concern as a teacher. He says that if I forgive them this time, they are surely going to repeat this mistake. And Catherine says, try telling them that frankly and give them the chance. Catherine suggests that sit with them, talk to them, tell them what concerns do you have about them. Tell them that you are worried that they'd repeat these mistakes again in future. And give them the chance. And Chips would reply, I might. And there were other things, occasionally, sometimes. That was serious. Now, the event we have just studied, Catherine suggesting something to Mr. Chips about his everyday teaching profession. We see that in the next lines, we are going to see something serious. She would suggest, you know, Chips, having all these hundreds of boys cooped up, gathered, in prison, put on a one place. Here is really an unnatural arrangement. Now this is very serious. This is very serious thought. It shows that Catherine was an educationist. She was a social worker. She was a leftist. She had liberal ideas. Now this idea that she used to think that gathering hundreds of students in a single room or in a single building and expecting everything to be right is unnatural. She is saying, in other words, that when students are gathered on one place or human beings are gathered in one place, they are made to stand together, they are made to sit together, they are made to be at one place. When there are hundreds and thousands of people at one place, it is impossible that everything goes right. This is human. when you come to think about it, so that when anything does occur that oughtn't to means ought not to. It means should not happen. Don't you think it's a bit unfair to come down on them as if it were their own fault for being here? She's saying that when they are gathered at one place and they make mistakes, teachers and administration of the school should be ready to forgive them, ignore their mistakes. Don't know about that, Kathy, but I do know that for everybody's sake, we have to be pretty strict about this sort of thing. Mr. Chip suggests that being teachers and being administrators, we need to be strict as we have to teach them to be disciplined. One black sheep can contaminate others. Contaminate, spoil, or destroy. Mr. Chips is saying that if we do not correct one person, others may follow him. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. See you in the next class. Have a very nice time. Thank you.